Gunner isn't just a famous horse. Gunner is proof that most people who say they love quarter horses actually only know a third of the breed. And it's not their fault. Nobody had ever explained it to them this way. Because the quarter horse isn't one single thing. It's three completely different worlds inside a single name. Three bloodlines, three purposes, three types of animal that share a breed but rarely share a track, a pasture, or an arena. Today, you're going to understand which is which, why it matters, and where Gunner fits into all of this. Stay until the end, because what comes in the third section will completely change the way you see these horses from now on. Let's start with the first point. The quarter horse is the most popular breed in Mexico and in the United States. That's not an opinion, it's numbers. And that popularity is no accident. It's the direct result of something very few people understand. Its versatility doesn't come from being an average horse at everything. It comes from having specialized in three completely different directions. That specialization has a name. They're called the three great lines: the running, light line, the working line, and the conformation line. Three branches of the same route. Three animals that live under the same registry, but that were selected, bred, and trained for radically different things. Now, let's go line by line. The running line, the kings of the track. If you've ever watched a quarter horse race and wondered how it's possible for a horse to explode like that from the start, you're watching the running line. These horses are machines of pure speed. Their distance from 200 to 500 meters. Their specialty, the first few seconds. Their body says it all: enormous hindquarters, a narrower front, defined muscles but without excess, and stored up energy that seems about to detonate at any moment. They're explosive animals, not because they're nervous, but because that's how they were designed. Every muscle fiber is oriented forward, literally. And here comes the detail a lot of people don't know. Precisely because they're trained to always go forward, they don't develop good rein work. It's not a defect. It's the price of specialization. A Ferrari isn't made for the countryside. A running line horse isn't made for separating cattle, but on the track, it's unbeatable. The working line, the soul of the ranch. This is where the heart of the breed is, for most enthusiasts. The working line is the most common, and it makes sense, because a large part of the people who love horses need them for something more than speed or beauty. They need them to work, to herd cattle, to obey, to hold up through a full day in the pasture and still have willingness left at the end. These horses are the masters of ranch work and of reining and cutting competitions. If you don't know those disciplines, we have videos on the channel that will open your eyes. Physically, they're more robust and compact than the running line. Their proportions are balanced, their muscles aren't exaggerated, and that gives them a functional agility that the other two types simply don't have. They're rugged, they're docile, and that combination makes them ideal both for cattle work and for dancing horse events, where they've even won important contests. The animal that responds to the pressure of a knee, that anticipates the calf's movement before the rider commands it, that works with intelligence and not just muscle. That's the working line. And here's the open loop I promised you at the start. Before I tell you about the conformation line, I need to ask you something. If this content is adding value for you, if you're learning something you didn't know, this is the moment to support the channel. Subscribe to How It's Farmed if you haven't yet. Give this video a like so it reaches more people who love the countryside and horses. Share it with that friend who thinks he knows everything about quarter horses, and leave us a comment telling us which line you like best or any question you have. Every comment helps us know what you want to learn and motivates us to keep producing content. All right, now, the part that changes everything. The conformation line, horses that are works of art. If the running line is the Ferrari and the working line is the 4x4 pickup, the conformation line is the sculpture in the museum. These horses aren't bred to run. They aren't bred to work. They're bred to be admired. And when you see them in person, you understand why. Their muscles are exaggeratedly defined, as if a sculptor had carved them in marble. Their build is wide and imposing, and yet the head is small and refined, creating a visual contrast that's almost unreal. They're what some call the bodybuilders of the equestrian world. Their docility is remarkable, perhaps the greatest of the three lines, but precisely because they were selected for size and shape, they often can't perform activities that require a lot of agility. Their usefulness is concentrated in halter and conformation contests, where they compete exclusively on physical perfection. They're the least common and the most striking to see. Now let's go back to Gunner. Remember why we started with him? Gunner is perhaps the most recognized quarter horse stallion in the breed's recent history. And what makes his case so interesting is that he didn't reach the top for having the flashiest body or for being the fastest on the track. He got there because he represented with precision what the working line can achieve when it's taken to the limit of excellence. Understanding the three lines isn't trivia. It's the difference between seeing a quarter horse and truly understanding one. In the next videos on How It's Farmed, we're going to go much deeper into each line. We'll talk about the stallions that have shaped history, about Corona Cartel, about the modern greats, and everything you need to know to really understand this breed. If you want to be there when those videos drop, you already know what to do. How It's Farmed. Knowledge and entertainment from the countryside.